the Brown boys, the Brown boys, the Brown boys, we the Brown boys, the Brown boys, we the Brown boys.
Get them out of here, so. And I guess there was a meeting that they were supposed to attend, and they didn't attend the meeting. You hear that? They're like, well, they're not there.
You heard that, Cino? He said there's a meeting that they were supposed to attend, and I guess they didn't attend it. Now, good morning to you, brother.
Good morning.
And I see you are in your beautiful home. Now, is it a part of an HOA, if you mind me asking?
No.
But if it were to be a part of an HOA, and you sign an HOA contract, who would they require to go to the HOA meeting?
The community.
Would it be you or they?
It'll be pretty much you.
Right. Because I lived in the HOA in Windermere, and I signed the contract, so they expect me to show up to the meetings. And if I don't, then my vote don't get counted.
That's facts.
So who was he speaking of when he said they were supposed to go to the HOA meeting, and I guess they didn't show up? So he don't expect himself to show up to a HOA meeting? Ain't nothing wrong with
The thing about
Will.
Gil is all of these problems was happening in the beginning. I happen to know a lot about it. Somebody might have called the HOA and kind of gave me you just gotta wait to the Patreon and see the video. But somebody might have gave them some notice that there was a junkie sitting out in front of the house smoking, and he wasn't smoking cigarettes.
So he was the driver, because the first thing he said was, they gonna blame me, y'all. And you saying it was him.
Well, they said it was a guy who got a face like a shoe, a hairy shoe. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the junkie. It was like this lady, it's a guy out there. He looks like he doesn't belong here. He's smoking and he's got a face like a shoe, a hairy shoe. I'm like, oh, that's the junkie. So I don't know who else Gil got hanging around looking like that, but yep, smoking out in front of the house.
That's dumb, though. And see, this is why you don't hire your cousin as your assistant, because a real assistant, they would know how to understand that this is not the place for that. They would have said, look, maybe take that up the street, or maybe come inside in the garage, or whatever. Gil is not even supposed to know about those type of problems if he has an assistant that he's paying. That's what the assistant is supposed to make sure they do.
Mm-hmm. His thing is Gil, let me go over your violations. Even though it's a private business, the HOA, I know about a little bit what's going on over there. In 2022, Gil, you had a citation by HOA about your grass. You was neglecting the grass, and the neighbors had to tell you about it and say, hey, get your grass going. Gil, you're leaving your garbage cans out too long. They've had meetings about you leaving your garbage cans out too long. You've had so many complaints.
Hold on, Cino. Wait a minute. Goddamn minute here. Wait a minute. You making $10 million a year, and this is unrelated to the show. This is just housely duties that's getting you fined. And you got a son at that house?
This man had $1,400 fines for having too many cars out. They were going to charge him per car.
Wow. And he had all this going on and still never thought to get a studio.
He wasn't showing up. The letters came in there. He neglected it. He went off last time.
Wait, Cino. He said they didn't show up. His black ass was supposed to show up.
Yeah, it's his house.
Oh
They
yeah,
had.
his son is in college now. His son is in college now, but his son was
Mhm.
there before. But I'm just giving an example. You got a son, you got your damn self. Shit, anything. You got that junkie. Shit. If he flew a guy to California with no job, motherfucker, this is your job.
That's
You
true.
going to the airport, you pulling the trash in, you doing everything to live out here in this California weather. That's crazy. So he got a fine in 2022. I'm gonna let you get it all out. Fine in 2022, and what else?
Um, then I think it didn't say a date, but and he left the garbage cans out. They got about a certain time. You gotta take the garbage cans out. He's leaving the garbage cans out too long. The trash cans. It's a certain time limit for you to have the trash cans out. You gotta move them. And then he was being charged $1,400 per car because they're blocking people from getting in, and a couple of neighbors have been complaining about not about like loud noise, but just the actual traffic flow. Like there's a couple that walk around the neighborhood that live there, and it's just all these traffic coming in all the time. And a lot of these people
Man,
are
that's
private,
crazy.
and these people are rich. Like, unfortunately, Gil has like one of the worst houses in the block. Like, Dr. Dre used to live there. That's Dr. Dre old house in 1992 when he was like at death row or something.
That explains why Gil bought it. Italian job.
Yep. And the house is like in poor condition.
Poor condition. It looked beautiful on them pictures that he posted up.
It's the house needs painting on the outside. Um, the basketball court needs to be redone. So I don't know if he got it done. He probably got it done since the last time I saw it, but it's a lot of repairs need to be done to it. So it's a mess.
We talking about the same house because he showed a weight room that looked amazing.
It was the one with all the O's on it that he
Is the
had.
one with that nice ass weight room in it?
That might not. I have to go back and see. I haven't seen it in a while.
Because I
But
think that's the same one. Because he walked through the weight room and then he walked into the actual movie room. Actual arena. That basement is huge. So I think that's the
oh,
house.
okay. Yeah, Underdog probably fixed up the basement. But the rest of the house, like they took the couch from upstairs in the living room. It was like a cheap IKEA, like gray couch. They took the couch from upstairs and brought it down. And they started the podcast show with that couch. The living room couch.
Get the fuck out of here, Cito.
No joke. Oh, he knows it's true.
Man, I ain't believing that, man. Ain't
That's
no way.
exactly what happened. That was his living room couch.
He took his living room couch and started a podcast instead of buying a couch.
Absolutely. It was sitting in the living room, the gray couch, and they brought it all the way downstairs.
And that would explain why he won't go just buy a studio. Because that don't make no sense. Cameron and Mace, they showed once they leased the space, they got their big deal. So if all he got is parking issues and all this stuff, I would have figured it out. I'd have said, nigga, y'all park at the Starbucks, go buy a coffee, and then I'd have got grab all y'all up in the minivan at the Starbucks or something. But
Yeah, and
when
then
we
he
started
tried
to
to
make
dump
money,
on Cam and Mace. That's what got me. I'm
Right.
like, you trying to dump on Cam and Mace, and he was, oh yeah, but they ain't got all this, and I'm gonna got full studios. I'm gonna have this show, that show, and that show, and I'm like, that's crazy. Because now you recording from a cheap green like screen, and it's like, what happened to all that tech stuff you had?
Hey,
What?
it
Why?
seems like they took. It seems like they took all that shit back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it. He got a horrible, like a spinach green background. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell happened to him? He used to have state of the art cameras. He used to film in that room that had all the stuff he didn't fixed up. Like, what happened to that? I'm like, why are you in this cheap
I think. I
background?
think. I think to win the argument, he said that he was gonna keep all that stuff, but I knew that was cap.
I don't know what he doing, but Underdog gonna have to get a studio. They wasn't expecting this. So, but it works out better for them. Everybody get to stay at home and work. That's better. So the production, the quality, all of it's down. There's no show anymore. It's just them podcasting now. Or
They doing Zoom Arena.
right, Zoom Arena. That's exactly what they are. So
He gonna
he's
be
got
back
a
over
lot of
here
stuff
in a
to
minute.
figure out.
He'll be back over here in a minute. In 3, 2, 1. He'll be back over here. Kwame, you a dummy.
Well, here's the thing: they really trying to take the house from him. But I hope he don't lose his house. I hope they don't do that.
They trying to take his house
Yeah,
because he won't go to the meetings, but he talking about they.
right. So the HOA they came by his house and he had to let them in. See, when you in an HOA, they have rights to come in your house.
Oh, that's what he's explaining in this video. I know that. So he said I had some neighbors come by, and he was like, "Oh, I let them come on in." He said, "We ain't doing that." He didn't say the HOA.
Yeah, they HOA.
Boy, this boy here slick.
They want to look for any violations. Walking through the house, look to see if there's anything that they claim they want to see if there's anything that needs to be fixed. But no, they looking in your house to see for violations because they want to get you up out of there.
What did Gil say when you told him that this was a bad idea?
Oh, he told me, you don't know what you talking about.
Let
Let
me
you
ask you
and
this.
Kwame get y'all on deal.
Do you
Then
have
you,
a video? Do you have a video when we first talked to him about that shit? I'm gonna have to go to my page when I get inside and press
I
Gilbert
might.
Arenas.
Yeah, I think I might have that when I told him that I'll say, Gil, you're going to need a studio because in the end, celebrities are not going to want to come to your house to
Yeah,
record.
we
I
gotta
was like,
find that
in order
video.
for your show to be successful, you are going to need guests. That's the only way your show is going to work. You're going to have guests. No one's going to want to listen to you. You're not interested. So the thing is, you're going to need guests. People can listen to you for about 5 minutes before they get irritated. So you're going to need guests on your show. Oh, we're going to get guests. I was like, yeah, if they live in the area. If they live 10 minutes from you, yeah, if they happen to be around that area, yeah, they could stop by. Stephen A could stop by when he wanted if he's in the area. But you're not going to have Steph Curry. That's why they had to go out to interview Steph. They had to go out and interview somebody else if they can get an interview with them. Because Steph ain't coming to your house. You're not gonna get people like that on your show, and they come into your house. Mm-mm. And I'm like, that's a bad idea. Something happened on your property. All you need is one female to say, I didn't feel safe in this day
He
and
was
age.
laughing. He was laughing when you said that.
Yep. I'm like, you get one female to say, I don't feel safe. Guess what? It's all over. So because he had this, oh, we're gonna throw these like behind the scene pool parties. But I see he stopped that because something happened.
Oh, he did it already?
Oh, yeah, he had all the behind the scenes. He had people jumping from the roof into the pool.
That boy is stupid as hell, boy. Don't even know if they break their leg, they at his house.
Dumb. He was finna make a show with Swaggy P and somebody. Like, we gonna have the Gills Arena behind the scenes. I'm like, you're a big dreamer, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that you don't see the dangers. You don't see what could go wrong. You know, he don't weigh the pros and cons. He see only the pros.
Man, that's for sure. All he see is the money he can make.
Right.
That's it.
Don't see the problems at all. You know, and it's like a child, you know, they don't see the danger. So you gotta see it for them.